Hi Zesties. Okay, I'm doing a weird mukbang today, but I don't care, it's my channel. And you know what? I want to talk about whatever I want to talk about. I've tried to do multiple channels before. I want to stick to food, but I also feel I can talk about whatever I want, right? So, that gnocchi's looking good. I was afraid that I had ruined this and this was like a bad plate, but turned out really, really good. Okay. The subject matter I wanted to speak about today is why I'm investing and now shilling for a cryptocurrency called OPTA. I mean, of course my motives are financial, like, duh. I think anyone who invests money in anything, their motives are financial, right? So, I've tried stocks. I have not had much success. My food is seriously so good. That's the reason. I want to get rich so I can be cooking lobsters. I want to eat Ursula from the ocean if I want to. But anyway, okay, so the people who I know who have had financial success, or like, obviously I know people who are successful with other things and have never invested any money or whatever, but I know a lot of people who have found success through cryptocurrencies. Yum. However, everyone knows about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is like dipping right now, but obviously it's nowhere near its low. If you ever wanted to get in at like a low on Bitcoin, that's not really going to happen, right? So, yum. I view the asset that has the most potential for growth as an altcoin, right? However, altcoins also are one of the most risky types of investments because they can very easily go up, down, every which way, act unpredictably. You know, they don't, it's not like stocks where you can like look at earnings reports and whatever to base your opinion on. You know, they're a little more like speculative and crazy and they go up and down, or like Dogecoin, you know, it's like meme coins, you know, they have kind of a bad reputation or a reputation for being like risky. But there have also been altcoins that have gone very mainstream or whatever, like Ethereum and Solana. And imagine had you gotten in those at the beginning, right? before they were on Coinbase, before they had any pump or whatever. Imagine if you were in there, those. And also, Solana is like proving its worth, right? As being an exchange that's actually doing stuff. People are making a lot of money on it. All kinds of new coins are coming out. So, you know, there is a lot of like innovation and things like this coming out of this sector. So, I got to thinking that I wanted to invest in an altcoin at its launch, right? Like the beginning. Because that's obviously where the most potential for a good investment is. You start out at the beginning. One day it moons and you get rich, right? So I had been playing around with this idea. And then I found through my online investing endeavors this altcoin called OPTA. And there's a lot of things I like about it. Like, there is a, I like that they have a doxed developer team. Like, you know exactly who the developers are. There's no secrecy, because a lot of times it's like, oh, my altcoin, you know, skibbidly doodly coin. The developers are top secret and don't share their names or faces or whatever. So I like that a lot. There are also security measures to be honest, I do not quite understand all of this, as this is my first crypto endeavor. Hey, starting crypto 2024 on an altcoin that's just launching. No better time than now. So this is my first crypto endeavor, like I said, but I do know a little bit about it because I went to a conference, cryptocurrency conference in Miami that a friend invited me to, and that kind of got me interested in the whole thing. So there are some security measures the first one being locked liquidity. So to my understanding, this means that in order to sell, some conditions must be met. And this basically means that there is some kind of mechanism in place so that whales do not dump the coin, which makes it essentially crash. Making it somewhat stable. Another thing is the multi-signature wallet, which I don't fully understand, to be honest. Like, this has been explained to me, but I don't fully understand it. But it's like there are checks when you are buying or selling, like almost like a two-factor authentication or something like you do when you log into a website, something like that, but related to buying and selling. So, you know, of course, like at the end of the day, I'm not gonna lie, I invested in this because a friend of mine told me to. I'm a noob to the crypto world. Like I said, 2024 is my first endeavor. I started doing stocks in 2022. Now I'm starting crypto in 2024. And by the way, I think you should do both too. I don't really understand why people are so much like, I do one or the other. I would never do stocks. I would never do crypto. It's like, you know, why not? But anyway, like I said, I can't lie. I invested in this because my friend told me to. However, upon researching and seeing the company's goals and stuff like that, I felt that this coin gave me the vibe that it would be successful, or I just liked the way that it was presented to me. So I said, let's go. Let's go. So I don't want to say exactly how much money I've invested in this coin, but I did invest a decent amount. It's not chump change. And this is not financial advice. I'm not telling anyone to invest in OPTA. I'm just saying, why me, some Joe Schmo, not to belittle myself, but I'm just some normal dude that works every day and, you know, is caught in, I guess what they call the rat race, right? I'm caught in the rat race of life and all my capitalist dreams and whatever, right? And this is what I'm doing. I have a lot more to talk about finance and like stock market and stuff like that, but I don't really know how much I want to talk about that on this channel, as I want this to be primarily about food. But I just wanted to shill for this altcoin. And see what comes of it. Maybe I get followers. Maybe I do find my financial success through this endeavor. Time will tell. But you know, I think that when you're doing something like this, you have to think about your motivations. And you know, my motivations are not the Maseratis and the Gucci shirts and whatever. I don't care about any of that. Mark my words. Because I know people, like, I've seen others, no, no shade, I'm not even trying to name the names. But I've seen other people on YouTube and all the different, like, social media websites that have become rich or successful either by making videos or investing or whatever. And they say, I'll never buy the Maseratis and whatever, but then they end up doing it. And oftentimes going broke doing it. But that's not my motivation at all. I want a house, number one. I have tried many times to buy a house and I have failed many times, and I could go on in this crazy story about how I have failed, and trust me, I could talk your ear off about everything I've done to try to buy a home, how I failed, but that's not my fault. The house price has tripled. So like that in itself is the reason why I'm like, I don't even care anymore. People are like, oh, it's risky to invest in an altcoin. I don't care. It's risky to keep your money in the bank. My money in the bank hasn't been doing me any good. You know what I mean? So what's the risk? But also it's like, you know, I want a house, a nice big house. I want to have a garden where I grow my own plants and vegetables and stuff. Maybe even like a chicken coop. I want to live in peace, no stress, financial, no like crazy neighbors or whatever, because, you know, I live in an apartment and sometimes I hear a lot of crazy stuff going on or around me. And, you know, hey, I'm happy with my life more or less. I have an apartment that of course I rented, but like, I'm happy with that. You know, a lot of people don't have that. So, but it's not what I want. I want my dream house in my dream area with my garden, with my chickens. I'm cooking whatever I want. Don't have a care in the world. No stresses. Just enjoying and being at peace. And I wanted an altcoin to help me get there. And I chose OPTA. Like I said, this is not financial advice. I'm not trying to convince anyone to go buy any altcoins or anything, but if that's something you're already doing, or you're like a crypto investor or an investor in general, or you're new or you're curious or whatever, this is just what I'm doing, where I'm putting my money in, and these are the reasons why. I think I'm gonna end it now, because we're coming up on 20 minutes, and I ran out of stuff to say. But anyway, bye Zesties.